Today we are looking at a very healthy recipe, a quinoa garlic bread, which is absolutely gluten free, and it is not going to look like the typical garlic bread because it is gluten free, but it is going to be really healthy. Come, let's go over to the recipe and see what is needed. You need about 175 grams of quinoa flour, then 25 grams of wheat flour and a lukewarm water. The water should not be hot, it should be only lukewarm. And then you need 1 teaspoon of unrefined sugar, that I am going to add it to the water and dissolve it completely. Wait for it to dissolve. Then I am going to add 1 teaspoon of the yeast. That also you will have to wait till it dissolves completely. I am going to wait for 20 minutes for the yeast to get activated. See, if you see here, it is completely activated. I am going to pour it on the flour. 175 grams of quinoa. Now I am adding the 25 grams of wheat flour. The wheat flour will help you to give some gluten to it. And then I am adding the salt, about a quarter teaspoon. Then I am adding the chilli flakes. Then I have added the Italian herbs. So these Italian herbs you can buy it, or when you are ordering your pizzas, generally you get these packets. You can save them and use it. I am just giving a nice mix, and then with the hand you need to knead it completely. This is a gluten-free dough, so it won't have an even or a smooth texture. This is how it will be uneven texture, so don't need to worry about it. If you see a maida flour, it's going to be totally different. Since it is gluten free, this is how the texture will be, so you don't have to worry about it. It's going to break. Knead it completely. About 5 to 7 minutes you can knead it. There is no release of gluten as such in this because we have added only 25 grams of wheat flour to it. But what we are doing is we are infusing all the flavors to it. I am going to rest it for 2 hours. Add a dash of oil and rest it for 2 hours. So that it's going to take the flavors and expand a bit. It won't elaborate or literally raise or proofing is not going to happen because it is quinoa. After resting, if you see, it has just gone little bigger. Now knead it again. I'm adding little wheat flour to it so that it doesn't stick too much. The base will be little thicker. Make it into a perfect round shape. You can adjust it with your hand. Make sure that the thickness is even in all the sides, the center and the sides. So you can dab it with your hand and shape it out. Here I have taken about 20 grams of butter. I have brought it to room temperature. In that I have added salt, black pepper, and I had basil with me. So I have added chopped basil. I have added. If you don't have basil, you can use fresh coriander. Now I am adding about 10 pods of chopped garlic and nicely dab it. You can also mix it with the butter, but I wanted it to be chunky and on top as a layer. That's why I did not put it in the butter. Now I'm adding chia seeds. You can soak it and keep it ready. Spread it completely. Now I'm adding grated cheese. Cheese, if you are health conscious, you can avoid this cheese. I've consciously avoided the mozzarella cheese. I've just added the normal processed cheese here. You can avoid this cheese also if you want. But the flavors, for just for some flavor, I'm adding it, and then close it. It has to come into a half shape mold. If you see, because of its there is no gluten, it breaks. So you can adjust it. And the ends, if you want, you can even add a dash of water and dab it so that it doesn't open out. It'll stick completely. I'm ensuring that the ends are completely sealed. Now cut them end to end in equal shapes. You can always adjust it. Again, I'm adding a dash of Italian herbs on top. And you can even if you want, you can even brush it with egg white or butter. It's all optional. I'm putting it at 200 degrees for 20 minutes. You can increase it according to your oven. My oven, 220 minutes, it's done. If you see, it's completely done, and I've taken it out. And see how crispy it has become. And see the color also. I'm going to just cut it and show the inner layer for you. The cheese and the basil is looking yummy. Hope you like this video. Do subscribe to my channel for such awesome recipes. Thank you for watching.